Hey y'all, it's Amanda and this is my Texas Zone 8 garden, and before we dive in, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this on your Facebook page. It's bright. Okay, I'm on the front porch today. It is brutally humid here in the North Texas area. We are expecting a little bit of a cool front tomorrow. However, that will come with a bunch of rain, so I'm not sure how much work I'll be able to get in the garden. I am trying to install my mother-in-law's new front garden. Hopefully that'll happen tomorrow. I think we're gonna have to get out early and get that started. But for now, what I wanna do is talk about all the perennials I'm gonna be starting from seed this summer so that I can plant them into my garden in the fall. Okay, so I have been growing perennials from seeds for a lot of years. It has saved me a ton of money and made it so that I can have a very full, lush garden on a budget. And every year in June and July, that is when I start growing those perennials from seed. And the reason I start then is because a lot of them take 100 to 120 days to mature. And I like to grow them on to a nice good size prior to planting them out in the garden. And growing them onto a nice good size really helps with them being able to survive. So I start them in the summer, I grow them on inside for quite a while. I'll shift them outside once they're a little bit more mature, grow them on a little bit more outside, and then come fall when the temperatures start to drop, I will go ahead and plant them out in my garden. They will go dormant over winter, and then come spring, I've had plants that I've had June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. So maybe about 11 months to mature prior to their blooming season. And I grew them from seed. So pretty awesome. Okay, so why start perennials from seed in the summer? Many perennials need a full season of root development before blooming, which is what we just talked about. So starting them now really helps them get prepped for next spring and summer. Starting in the summer, planting out in the fall, early root establishment equals blooms next spring and summer. It saves significant amount of money, tons of money. Most of these perennials cost $12 to $20 per plant at nurseries, where you potentially could get 10 plants for less than $3. So huge monetary savings, and it's a great way to scale your garden with just a few seed trays and some patience. Perennials grow a lot slower than annuals do from seed, so very important to maintain that level of patience. Okay, all the seeds are from Swallowtail Garden Seeds. That is my favorite company to purchase my seeds from. I do not get a discount. I don't get anything for free. They don't pay me for my opinion, nothing. So this is my true unbiased opinion, and I love them for the quality of seeds and the price of the seeds and the variety that they have available. It's wonderful. All right, so let's start with the first one, which is going to be Blazing Sunset Geum, and I've been wanting to grow a Geum for a while. I don't actually know if it will do well in my area, so this will be the first time. I felt better starting it from seed than purchasing a plant at like 20 bucks. So I'm really excited to give it a try. Its appearance is a semi-double to double scarlet red blooms on wiry stems. It's excellent for cut flowers. Its height is about 18 to 24 inches tall. It's hardy in zones 5 through 9. Its bloom season is late spring to early summer. Its days to maturity is 120 to 150 days, so you can see why we start so early. And a few special notes: it prefers cool summers, which I don't have, so that's going to be something important. And it prefers well-draining soil and a deadhead to prolong blooming. So I'm thinking that it's pretty much going to need afternoon shade in order to be able to keep it cool enough through the summer. But I'm really excited to give this one a try. Okay, next on my list is one I've grown before, which is a Dalmatian peach hybrid foxglove, and that's actually a biennial, so it's only going to last a couple of years. Its appearance is a soft peach tubular flowers with little freckles, very elegant. Its height is about 36 to 48 inches tall, and it's hardy in zones 5 through 9. It blooms early summer, and its days to maturity is 150 to 180 days. And I consistently start my foxgloves every summer, plant them out in the fall so that I have spring blooms. A few special notes: it is a first year bloomer because a lot of foxgloves don't bloom until the second year, and it prefers partial shade if possible. And I've grown a whole lot of foxglove over the years. This is my favorite way to do it, starting in the summer, and I love having success with it. Okay, next on my list is Prairie Splendor Deep Rose Echinacea. And I love growing Echinacea coneflower for my garden. It does brilliantly and it blooms in the time of the year when there's not as many things blooming. For its appearance, it is a large, deep rose pink coneflowers with dark central stems or cones. The height is 24 to 30 inches tall. It's hardy in zones 3 through 9. Its blooming season is summer through fall, and like I said, that's the time of the year where there's not a lot of other things blooming. So I really love having Echinacea. Its days to maturity is 110 to 130 days. Few special notes: it is tolerant of heat, drought, and poor soil, and it's a massive pollinator favorite. It's also great as a cut flower, and then it's just such a reliable perennial perennial in my area. It just comes back year after year and gets bigger and better. And I love, this one isn't a taller variety, but some of the taller varieties work really well towards the back of a bed. Okay, next is an additional Echinacea. This is Pow Wow Wildberry Echinacea. Its appearance is a vivid berry pink petals with a copper orange cone, very pretty. And I have grown Pow Wow Wildberry in my garden for several years, and it is a powerhouse. It puts on a ton of blooms, which is why I want to create more for other parts of my garden. Its height is about 18 to 24 inches tall. Its hardiness is zones 3 through 9. Its blooming season is summer to fall. Days to maturity is 100 to 120 days. Few special notes: it has very uniform blooms, so they all tend to be about the same size. Compact size, good for fronts of borders. I do find that it flops when it gets really, really full, but I mean, that's fine. But it's absolutely gorgeous, bright, beautiful pop of fuchsia magenta blooms in the garden. Okay, next on my list is Crazy Daisy Shasta Daisy, which I did not like Shasta daisies many years ago, and I'm kind of looking at them in a different light. And so I thought starting from some from seed might give me a better appreciation for them. So the appearance is a whimsical, frilly, white double bloom with yellow centers, and anything whimsical I'm going to be all about. Its height is about 24 to 30 inches tall. It's hardy in zones 5 through 9. Bloom season is mid to late summer, which is definitely a time when I don't have a lot going, so that would be amazing. Days to maturity is approximately 120 days. And a few special notes about it: it's great for cottage gardens or cutting gardens, and I do, of course, grow a lot of cut flowers, and it attracts a ton of butterflies. And a few years ago, I grew some banana cream and really loved it. For some reason, it didn't come back this year, so I'm excited to give it another try on these Shasta daisies. Okay, next on my list is Sunburst coreopsis. Its appearance is a golden yellow daisy-like bloom with red-orange centers. It's about 18 to 24 inches tall, so a little bit shorter appearance. It's hardy in zones 4 through 9. Its bloom season is summer into fall. Once again, we're trying to hit that time of year where I don't see as many blooms. Its days to maturity is 100 to 120 days, and a few special notes on it: it's drought tolerant, thrives in hot, sunny locations, which is definitely something I need. And I've been growing a lot more coreopsis or tick seed in my garden, and definitely coming to more of an appreciation for it. Definitely has like a prairie wildflower look to it that I think is very whimsical and airy in the garden. Okay, next on my list is something I actually grew this last year. It's Marvelette Blue Calamintha, and it has been fabulous and gorgeous. Now, I don't know if it's going to consistently come back, so I wanted to go ahead and start another round. I loved it, Kristen loved it, so we're going to grow more of it. Appearance is clouds of tiny blue lavender blooms on aromatic foliage. It's only about 10 to 12 inches tall, so it's definitely a shorter variety. Its hardiness zones are 4 through 9. Its bloom season is midsummer to fall, and days to maturity is 90 to 100. So I actually started these in January and got them planted out in the spring. A few special notes: it's an excellent filler plant, attracts pollinators, and it's extremely fragrant because it is a nepeta, so it smells absolutely amazing. But I have found that my calaminthas are just constantly covered with pollinators, and I feel like it's just the scent and the shape of the blooms that really draw them in. Okay, next on my list is for my shade garden, and that is called Newest Hybrids Coral Bells, or Heuchera. And its appearance is a mix of foliage colors from peach to silver to purple. It's a mixed package, so we won't know what we end up with until they actually start to sprout. The height ranges from 10 to 18 inches. These are hardy in zones 4 through 9. The bloom season is early summer. Days to maturity is 150 plus days, so quite a while. Few special notes, they're grown primarily for foliage, which that's what I currently grow them in, and they need well-draining soil and partial shade. So these will be for the shade garden. They will not be in the ground. I found that heucheras don't do well for me in the ground. They do much better in containers where they can get consistent moisture and really good drainage. So I think I'm really kind of looking at growing a whole bunch of these to go on the bottom and middle layer of my tiered planter. Okay, my friends Lisa and Andy are in town and they're about to leave, and their dog Arthur is going to scream very loud because he loves his mommy. That's what I'm leave. So you might hear that in the background. Okay, next on the list is bergamot bee balm, which is a Monarda hybrid. And every year I want to buy bee balm at the nursery, and every year I'm like, but do I want to spend $15 on it? So I thought, you know what, I need to start some of my own. So this will be my first time starting bee balm from seed. Its appearance is a lavender pink pom-pom blooms atop upright stems, about 20 to 28 inches tall. Its hardiness is zones 4 through 9. Bloom season is mid to late summer. Days to maturity is 90 to 110 days. And a few special notes, it is very mildew resistant, a compact variety, and a pollinator magnet. And it's supposed to smell amazing. And I really like the airiness of Monarda, so I'm really excited to kind of give it a try in my garden. Okay, next on the list is also for my shade garden. This is black barlow columbine. Its appearance is a spiky, fully double, dark purple to black blooms, which I'm super psyched about, very excited about. The height is 24 to 30 inches tall, and it's hardy in zones 3 through 9. The bloom season is late spring, and the days to maturity is 150 to 180 days. A few special notes about it. It's a unique moody tones for a cottage garden and likes dappled shade. So I'm really excited to kind of combine this into my garden, maybe mix it in with some of the heucheras we were just talking about. Can you hear Arthur? He gets very upset when his mama leaves. He'll calm down in a little bit. He's perfectly fine. He's in his crate. He can't hurt himself. He's gonna be fine. Okay, last on my list is also for my shade garden. It is Grande astilbe, and I finally had luck with astilbe in my garden coming back after a season, so I'm super excited about that. The appearance is large, fluffy plumes of shades of pink, white, and red. The height is 24 to 36 inches tall, and the hardiness is zones 4 through 8, which I think actually really helped. I planted my astilbe, I did it from bare roots. I planted it in containers, which I think helped it stay cool, cooler throughout our hot season. The bloom season is early to midsummer. Days to maturity is 180 days, so quite a while. And a few special notes on the astilbe: needs moist, rich soil and shade, lovely near water features or woodland edges, and it's excellent as a cut flower too. So I'm really excited to give that a try. I'm pretty psyched about this list. I feel like I'm challenging myself. I've got some tried and trues, but I'm definitely challenging myself on a few new varieties to try. So it's going to be really fun working through that with y'all. Okay, so I will be starting all of these seeds in June and July. I will have a video on all of these seeds, typically 2 to 3 varieties of seeds per video, showing you how I go about the process, more in depth about each of these varieties of plants, and showing you the step-by-step how I'm starting and caring for these seeds. So if you're interested, you can definitely follow along. Now, a few seed starting tips for summer, which is very important and very different than starting in the winter or spring. Start seeds indoor or in a shaded area, a shaded outdoor area to avoid scorching heat. If you're in North Texas, just start inside. Don't start outside. Definitely start inside. It's way easier to control the temperature and all your conditions, and not dealing with our heat waves is extremely helpful. Next on the list is to use fans or bottom heat depending on the ambient conditions. I think during the summer, starting seeds indoor definitely requires more fans going because it tends to be a little bit warmer. The air tends to be humid and stagnant, and that does lead to more fungal diseases. So having a lot more oscillating fans in your grow space is super important. Next is to pot up to 4-inch containers before transplanting in the fall, and I will actually pot up to quart-sized containers so I can really have lots of room for these perennials to form some really great root structures prior to planting them out. I will definitely not plant them from tiny seedling out into the garden. They just don't have enough to take care of themselves in my hot weather. So we'll pot them up to the quartz sites and then move them out once the heat breaks in the fall. And last on the list is to harden off slowly before planting in the ground in the cooler fall weather. I'll start hardening them off probably into September, going into October, get them all planted out by the end of October and November, and then that'll give them a good 6 to 8 weeks prior to us getting super cold outside. All right, excited. I'm really excited to try a lot of these. I'm really excited to start envisioning like what these are gonna look like in my garden and the potential of them. I think it's really exciting. Theoretically, I should have more of my back garden ready to go, so that's where a lot of these are gonna go. We'll see. Let's see if I get it done. A few final thoughts on starting these perennial seeds during the summer. It saves you hundreds of dollars on your landscape, hundreds and hundreds of dollars on beautiful, worthy perennials. Perennials that you would be paying anywhere from $12 to $20 per plant. And you can literally spend $25 at Swallowtail Garden seeds and potentially have 50 to 60 plants. So a massive cost savings. You just need patience to do it. And it's ideal for anyone expanding their garden on a budget. Like my garden, I would say we're getting to the point where almost 60 to 70% of my garden has been grown from seed, and it allows me to have a beautiful, lush garden that looks crazy expensive, but actually isn't because I grew so much of it from seed. Now, I will say I would love for y'all to drop some of your favorite perennials in your garden. Even if you haven't grown it from seed, that's okay. Drop your favorite perennials below. I'm always interested in other people's thoughts because I do think as a gardener, you can kind of get like pigeonholed or tunnel visioned into what you think works well in your garden. And so having some additional suggestions really helps brighten us up. I promise you he's fine. He is a Schnauzer puppy. And he is very dramatic. He's a sweet boy. And maybe I'll go get him in a minute and bring him in to say hi. But he is a sweet puppy. He just gets really stressed when his mom's not here. Let me grab him so y'all can say hi to him. Okay, this is Arthur. He said, hi, everybody. He said, I just turned 2 years old, and I am beautiful. He has the most beautiful caramel-colored eyes. He is a sweet, sweet puppy, and he loves his mom, Lisa, so much that when she leaves, it's very upsetting to him. So, poor buddy. I promise you he's fine. He's totally fine. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, seeing all the perennials I'm going to be starting from seed. If you want to purchase some of these and grow along with me, feel free to do so. Like I said, I'll have detailed videos of each of these seeds I'm starting as we get closer into the summer, June and July. My kids are officially out for summer. My little sister is moving here from Virginia. She is moving 4 doors down from me, 4 houses down from me in my neighborhood, and she will be here starting July 1st. And those of you who watch Elisa with Scrappy Wife, that's my sister. Those of you who watch her, I think we're going to have some more crossover videos, which I'm really excited about. Super excited to have her here. And just another level of creativity, which will be fun. My niece and my 2 nephews will be here as well. My brother-in-law is in the Army, and so he'll be about 1.5 years behind them. But I'm very excited for this summer because my sister and I's dream is happening. Our kids are going to grow up together. So it literally makes me choke up. Very, very excited at the opportunity. I'll have my sister, my niece, my nephews, my mother, my father, my mother-in-law, all living in the same neighborhood. And then 1.5 years from now, once my brother-in-law is done with the military, he will be here as well. We will all be together. So the dream is happening. Very excited. All right, you all, as always, make sure you like and comment on the video. Every time you like and comment, it helps grow the video so much. And if you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, just drop me an emoji below, letting me know that you made it to the end of the video and you say hi. And be sure to check me out in my Patreon community. The link is in the video description below. It is all things gardening, all things She's a Mad Gardener. It's people who like She's a Mad Gardener, people who kind of like me, and we like to hang out. So it's really nice. I share a bunch of daily updates. It's where I do all my social media. There's a free tier. You can see things that are happening, and there are additional paid tiers. The higher up you are in the tiers, the more access you have, including group chats, photos, and exclusive videos that are only available to patrons. So if you're interested, check that out below. As always, she's a mad gardener or a decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.